That's an agency behind some of the most disturbing criminal cases, internet sex crimes against children.
People who work with that division don't usually publicize the process of catching criminals until now. In a WLWT News 5 exclusive, anchor Chris Jacobs introduces us to the group tasked with keeping your children safe.
Some of the arrests these departments have been responsible for range from parents to priests. Tonight, investigators are showing us how they catch these predators.
We'll look at emails, we'll look at IP addresses, everything. Every little bit of information and data we can obtain, we'll analyze and look at.
Bringing a more advanced meaning to the term cybersecurity.
We investigate child exploitation, online child exploitation, child sexual abuse material.
Doug Todd is a detective with the Hamilton County Sheriff's Department and is part of the RECI division. That's the Regional Electronics and Computer Investigations.
They're not going to catch everyone, but they do catch a lot of them. And we receive anywhere from 3, 5, 10 cyber tips a week.
Assigned with bringing a dark underworld of cybercrime to light, RECI works for months to solve crimes, sometimes working on dozens of cases at any given time.
It could be anybody. Every time we arrest somebody, the significant other or family member will say, well, he couldn't have done that. And I tell them, yes, he could have done that. We're all capable of doing things, we just choose not to.
So here's how a lot of these cases work. Companies like Facebook, Snapchat, or Google have algorithms designed to detect child porn. And when these companies find this material, they send it, along with subscriber information, to the Internet Crimes Against Children Division in the corresponding state. Once the ICAC takes a look at it, it's then sent to the specific city's RECI department, and the investigation continues from there.
Your Honor, Mr. Witt is 28 years old, very significant ties to the community, grew up in the area.
And it steers investigators in the direction of people like Broderick Witt, a man charged with 8 counts of child porn who was on his way to becoming a priest. Or Kyle Vanderhorst, a father of a young daughter, arrested back in March for pandering child porn. And one of the higher profile cases.
In this case, the defendant has pornographic images involving adult men and very young female children on his phone.
John Stevens, better known as Fluke Skywalker, a popular children's entertainer.
I always think that the night before, I always say this is the last normal sleep that family's going to get.
Mary Braun is a detective with CPD. She also works with the RECI division and says smartphones, social media, and a lack of understanding have played a big role in making children easier targets.
Kids nowadays know a lot more about technology than parents do. Even games, Roblox, Minecraft, several of the other ones, they have a chat feature, and kids will be chatting with other people, and they may think it's someone their age, but unfortunately, people lie online all the time.
Of course, with technology changing every day, parents are just trying to keep up. The investigators we spoke to did offer some tips for security. They say know what's on your kid's phone. In some cases, they shouldn't be allowed that privacy, so know their passwords and then check their devices. Also, put parental controls on their phones, so when they try to download an app, you get a notification giving you the ability to approve or deny that download. Parents should look for what's called suspicious secondary apps, meaning a second camera, flashlight, or a second clock. Kids will sometimes use these to hide files from their parents, and don't allow your kids to be on their devices all hours of the day. Set rules for when they can and cannot use them. Chris Jacobs, WLWT News 5.